All right, so here's the story. October, I ordered 2 pair of What's the Occasions from J-Tips, the blue pair and the brown pair. The blue pair was for myself. The brown pair was for one of my close friends. I was sent the invoice for both pair. This was through a pre-order because I'm a part of the J-Tips member VIP membership pass. So I ordered these shoes, and the shoes were supposed to ship out sometime mid-November. That was based on the information that J-Tips sent out through email to the VIP members. The shoes would go out mid-November. So the shoes did not go out mid-November. So in the middle of this, I'm in the process of moving. So I filed for a mail forwarding request with the post office, which is supposed to last for 1 year. I do that. It just so happens J-Tips emails everyone and tells them that the shoes will be going out soon. If your address has changed, to please email him your new address. I see the email a day later. I send him my new address. So now we're in December, first week of December. I have no shoes, and I'm starting to see people get their shoes. So I email him asking if my shoes had been sent out yet. And I hadn't received a tracking number. Could you give me the status? No reply. I do this again the next week. So now I'm fully moved into my new apartment. This is around December 9th, December 10th. And I go on Twitter. All right, so here's the story. October, I ordered 2 pair of What's the Occasions from J-Tips, the blue pair and the brown pair. The blue pair was for myself. The brown pair was for one of my close friends. I was sent the invoice for both pair. This was through a pre-order because I'm a part of the J-Tips member VIP membership pass. So I ordered these shoes, and the shoes were supposed to ship out sometime mid-November. That was based on the information that J-Tips sent out through email to the VIP members. The shoes would go out mid-November. So the shoes did not go out mid-November. So in the middle of this, I'm in the process of moving. So I filed for a mail forwarding request with the post office, which is supposed to last for 1 year. I do that. It just so happens J-Tips emails everyone and tells them that the shoes will be going out soon. If your address has changed, to please email him your new address. I see the email a day later. I send him my new address. So now we're in December, first week of December. I have no shoes, and I'm starting to see people get their shoes. So I email him asking if my shoes had been sent out yet. And I hadn't received a tracking number. Could you give me the status? No reply. I do this again the next week. So now I'm fully moved into my new apartment. This is around December 9th, December 10th. And I go on Twitter. There are some people talking about, have you received your shoes, this, that, and the third. I said, yeah, I haven't received my shoes. J-Tips sees my message and tells me to DM him and ask me for my invoice number. I send my invoice numbers, and he tells me, oh, the shoes have been delivered. And I said, they were delivered where? Were they delivered to my old address? Because I sent you my new address. He goes, yeah. They check. He goes, yeah, they were delivered to the old address. We never changed your address in the database, even though they had my new address. The post office also never did my mail forwarding. So now I have no shoes. And we're going through this whole process. And I'm like, bro, the shoes are not there. If you'd have sent the tracking numbers, I could have at least went to the old building and got the shoes. The shoes were delivered December 3rd and December 5th. This is like the 12th and the 13th of December. So the shoes had been sitting in front of my old address for 10 days. And if you know anything about Queens or anything about New York City, ain't no shoe boxes sitting in front of a door for 10 days. So he's like, well, maybe the post office still has them. Maybe they went back and picked them up. You need to check with them. You need to put in a claim. No, you need to put in a claim because I told you that I moved. Of course, I went back to the old address. My neighbor saw the boxes and was like, yeah, they're gone. My neighbors see the shoes in front of the door and they're thinking, well, we didn't know if you were coming back. We didn't know you had fully moved. And we were going to take them in, but then they were gone. So the boxes got stolen because somebody saw that they were just sitting there. So I'm trying to figure this out with J-Tips, how we can get the shoes. And he's telling me the shoes are sold out. He doesn't have any more right now. About a week or two later, there's a pop-up in the Bronx at City Jeans. You have shoes there. And I said, well, can you hold me a 13? Doesn't respond to my email. I go to the store. Of course, they don't have no shoes. I'm like, yo, we need to figure this out. Can I get my shoes? What's up? And he's like, oh, I got to see if we have any more shoes. Maybe you can, get them from StockX or something. What? Get them from StockX? So I'm like, nah, I just want my shoes and I'm not going through StockX or no third party. None of that. He's like, yo, we'll figure it out. You're going to get your shoes. All right, cool. Another week goes by. He does a restock on his site. Can you get me a size 13? No response. What's up with another pair? No response. I'm not trying to scam you, bro. I'm trying to tell you there are people out here that know me in the sneaker community that know I don't do no shit like that. No response. So I put in a dispute with PayPal. In the dispute, he says the shoes are delivered. PayPal tries to close it. I appeal it. And somehow or another, I get my money back. Right? So I get my money back. I never get the shoes. I never get the what's the occasions. Me or my friend. And I have to give my friend back his money. So now, fast forward to July. He sends out an email that the shoes are up available for pre-order. The new pair that are out for this year. I'm like, yeah, I want those. Maybe last year was just a bad situation, misunderstanding, whatever. I send an invoice. He sends the invoice back. The invoice says for a size 10.5. I tell him I'm not paying for a 10.5 because I wear 13. That's what I put on the Google form of the pre-order. I tell him I'm going to do it again. I redo it with a size 13. I get another invoice for a 10.5. I tell him, yo, why does this keep saying 10.5? I'm a 13. He tells me, disregard the size that's in the PayPal invoice. We're using the size off your Google form. All right, cool. In the email conversation, I go, by the way, I put on the Google form that my address changed. So my new address is in the Google form. I'll write it here in the email also. Write my full name, write the address, everything. Even a little 4-digit number that goes after your zip code. Write everything in there. Right? This is July. August comes around. Haven't heard anything. September pops up. I see people start getting their shoes, people through the EQL, people at the pop-up, all of that. I email him September 3rd, hey, what's the status of my shoes? Were tracking numbers sent out? No reply. I go on Twitter, and somebody is like, hey, I never received my shoes through the pre-order. And I said, me either. I never received mine either. This is around September 9th. So September 9th, like I was saying, no shoes. And I'm on Twitter, and I reply to this person. I go, yeah, I never received my shoes either. The person replies back to me, yeah, I got mine last week. Okay, so I'm like, I didn't get mine. Suddenly, J-Tips hits me up on Twitter and says, DM me on IG. Mind you, I had been emailing him. No response to the emails. He asked me for my shipping address on IG. I give him my shipping address. Yeah, we sent the shoes to the wrong address. How? How, when I sent you an email with my new address, it's on the Google form pre-order, because you had to use that for the size, and I sent a video that I screen recorded of me doing the order form, and my address was in the comments. So J-Tip says to me, yeah, I sent them to the wrong address. Don't worry about it, because they probably stole them by now. I'll send you out a new pair tomorrow. This was, I believe, September 9th or September 10th. I can double check, but I have it in IG. It is September 17th. The shoes were never sent out. The shoes have not been sent out. I have not received a tracking number. I've sent J-Tips 2 messages on IG asking of the status of the tracking number. No reply. He still never responded to my old emails, but yet he keeps reposting everybody's positive comments from IG and him in Denver at a pop-up for the same shoe that I'm trying to get, that I've paid for, that was sent to the wrong address. And here's the ill part. J-Tips is a dope-ass collaborator. He does dope hats, dope shirts, dope shoes, dope apparel. But the customer service is so off point. It's crazy. And I'm like, listen, if you even need me to come and help you on a weekend, box stuff up, get your database in order, because that's what I do. I'm an analyst. I'm a staff analyst. Like data entry and all that other stuff, I can do that for you. If you want to pay me with shoes, that's cool. Just to help you out, because this customer service is crazy. At this point, if you're not going to give me my shoes, just give me my money back and call it a day. But this is wild. And what I don't understand is, it's not like I'm asking for much. I'm asking for the shoes that I paid for. J-Tips is from the Bronx. I'm from Queens. I could easily come and pick up the shoes if you have them. You're at multiple events in New York. You can easily say, hey, just come by here and pick them up. He's going to be at SneakerCon in Coney Island on Saturday. He could easily say, yo, I got a size 13. Come pick him up in Coney Island. I have no problem come doing that. So what's the problem? Why can't I get a tracking number on time? Why can't I get a reply? Like, this is wild customer service. And it's like, yeah, you posting everything, positive in your IG stories and everybody who's gotten their shoes. But what about the people that haven't gotten theirs? Because I'm not the only one. And I know that as a fact.